Let's see if I'm not even going to bother with a countdown. We're live, so there we go.
Hey,
I just skipped the whole 30 seconds because we're already
we're
early.
behind.
No, we're never.
Oh, are we?
Yeah, well, depends on which time zone you're in. It's just one of those things. Hope you guys are doing well out there in YouTube land. We've got Justin here and his co-host.
So, Wanda is also here.
There you go.
I wish she would stop writhing. Just sit still.
No, she's got to have fun, man. Have fun. I have a co-host too. I'll break my co-host out later. I guess I don't know. I mean, I guess he could be my co-host. He could be.
Hey,
he's in the wrong universe for this stream, so you get the hell out of here.
For this stream, yeah.
Yeah, like you're out of here. Yeah, I'm excited about this. You're already in May 4th, so
yes.
I mean, you're ahead. But I don't think anything's happened yet. So.
No, it's surprising. It usually they would have dropped all the May the 4th stuff on May the 4th, because in Hong Kong it's also May the 4th. But it seems like that relationship with Sideshow is getting stronger, if anything, rather than the other way. So I think that the mandate is, no, you've got to wait till it's May the 4th here. And then you can drop this stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it's good if you're on this side of the planet, but if you're on the other side of the planet, you're like...
Correct.
What the heck?
But then again, the key audience for Star Wars is not really the people of Hong Kong. They don't really collect a lot of Star Wars stuff. Like, some do. Yeah. But Star Wars hasn't really been a thing. Like, they literally didn't have Star Wars until, I don't know, a couple of years ago, maybe 10 years ago.
Till Mando went
boom. And then, of course, Mando is like the universal thing that brought everyone back to Star Wars, including my dad, who hates Star Wars.
Wow.
Yeah. So I think that's what's happening. Tomorrow we'll see. But we have some teasers, of course.
We do have teasers. I've got some. Here's my thoughts on kind of where we're going to go tonight. Now, those of you in the chat, we're going to talk. This is Star Wars.
Jazzy says, I think May the 4th is an American thing. It's not just an American thing. We have Star Wars here also.
It's Star Wars. It's
Star Wars Day. It's a universal thing.
There are no Americans in the Star Wars galaxy. Like, it's not a thing.
Draw the line says May the 4th is a galaxy thing. Thank you, dog, for hitting Boba Fett.
Yeah, 100%.
That's Boba Fett. Don't hit him.
Yeah, because there is no there's no Earth. The galaxy
that we know of.
Yeah, right. At least we haven't been there yet. So who knows?
Can you imagine? What a boring Star Wars movie that would be.
Right. Where are we going today? Well, we're going to go to Starbucks. So.
Yep.
It's nothing exciting. But we do have rockets that will go to space and land.
When they don't blow up, I guess.
That's
SpaceX, true. Come on, get your stuff together.
They just landed the astronauts from the space station. Just came back after 6 months. I watched that thing. It was very intriguing.
Nice.
And they did a splashdown, then they put them up on the ship, and then the helicopter. It was the whole thing. But yes, occasionally they do go boom. Thankfully, we haven't had any crazy stuff going on with that. But yeah, it's we aren't traveling to distant galaxies just yet. No. But technically, we're in the future from Star Wars. So, as in a galaxy a long time ago, far, far away. So technically, I don't know. It's weird. But we got a lot of stuff to go over tonight. We do have people are asking about 1/6 for life, quarter scale boba. I'm not sure what the question means by that, but I don't currently own one. I think Justin has quarter scale boba.
I do. He is a beauty. I strongly recommend picking up boba if you're a fan of boba.
Yeah, it's on my list. Like my local shop's got one, but man, they want a lot of money for it.
Quarter scale is like another level, right? Like you have the 6 scale stuff, and it's cool and it's posable, whatever. But when you get to quarter scale, that's like the ultimate version of that figure. Yeah. Like it's basically a posable statue. Like even the base is grand, and the accessories are awesome, and just the detail that you can get in a big thing like that is just
exactly what I was thinking about. Because I know you got, but I got this giant, holy heavy Batman.
It's very heavy.
Good Lord.
Is that 15 or 14?
15. And
excellent. You went all out.
Oh, I have to. And but the problem is, I'm not gonna release a video this week. It's freaking Star Wars week. What the hell am I supposed to do with it?
I was gonna do this because it literally I don't think it's out, but it's out in Japan. The Figure Arts Avengers Mark 6, but then I'm like, do I release that today? I guess it's the day before May the 4th, so I could.
Who knows? There's no real rules. We're making this stuff as we go. But
I really wanted to have the Jazz Inc. Millennium Falcon cockpit, which is downstairs. I haven't filmed it yet because I don't know how I'm going to film it. Like,
that is not on my
list. Huge. I don't know how I'm going to do it yet, so I wanted to have that ready for May the 4th, but of course Hot Toys dropping Quarter Scale Spidey, Team Suit Tony, Scout Trooper, and Kylo Ren all at the same time kind of derailed my plans for that, unfortunately.
Yeah, they tend to. We're just thankful they're releasing stuff.
So, I know, and so many. This dog, I swear to God.
Yeah, they're definitely they're pumping out the figures, and I don't think they're done. I think they got a backlog. I don't think they're done either. And
I was told in no uncertain terms that there will be at least 1 or 2 per week from now on. So buckle in, folks. It's going to get busy. And then when y'all put those screenshots of your emails and you have like 7 Sideshow emails and it's like, congratulations, you owe us $3,000 because that's how it is.
That's how it is.
I feel bad for you. I don't understand how do people do that. Like, one of the reasons I buy early is because I can know, okay, I'll have 1 a week versus I'll wake up one morning and I'll have 7 all come in at once because they put them all on the same pallet. Yep. How do you just keep a huge toy fund off to the side where you've got like $5,000 sitting just in case it may happen? I don't know. I couldn't budget for that. You don't know when it's going to happen.
I have made the transition. Super Geek Toys, thanks for joining us, channel member.
Hey,
appreciate that.
Channel member, congratulations, sir.
So I pretty much stopped pre-ordering for myself.
Me too.
Like I just unless it's like a shop exclusive or something. For example,
then you have to, of course.
Then you have to. Like Sideshow is going to drop that Ahsoka Tano premium format, which they teased today.
I saw that. Yes.
I mean, there's no reason not to pre-order it. I mean, really. I mean, because it's going to put a deposit on, I'll pay it off when it ships, and that's pretty much it. Mm-hmm. But as far as 6 scale figures, Hot Toys figures, I pretty much given up the pre-order stuff because of what you just said. You got all these different things going on, and you get hit with somebody in our one of our groups today or the other day got emailed for like 6 figures, just like you said.
Yeah, I saw that. I think I shared it in the group as well. That's insane.
I'm going, dude. Like that stings. But at the same time, there was like 8 months of nothing. So I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying. Have you all just been putting it in like a toy fund or like what's the go here? How do you all budget with Sideshow? Because I've always been curious about that. Hey,
I typically myself I keep a separate fund for play money, which is essentially what this is. I just keep a separate fund for that. But when I was doing pre-orders, then that's exactly. But I never did payment plans. I never did payment plans.
I've never done a payment plan in my life. I don't know how. The people always ask me how it works on Toys Wonderland. I'm like, I don't know. I don't order from the website. I get sent an invoice and I pay the invoice. I don't know how the website works. I don't know how payment plans work. I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's a good thing. Lane says he loved both your reviews on Scout Trooper with the bike.
Thank you.
Yeah, man. For this Mando figure, what other troopers from Mando do you think they will mix well with? For this Mando, for the Scout, for a Remnant Trooper, I think.
Maybe are you asking like what do you think is going to be made?
What other
Mando,
from Mando?
What do you think it'll just go well with?
Might mix well with. That's an interesting. Lane, you might want to clarify
Any troopers, I guess.
Yeah.
Classic white stormtroopers would work. Remnant ones would work. Your flame trooper would work. Pretty much, any combo. I'm hoping for that artillery trooper, the mustard and ketchup. I'm hoping for the yellow one.
Trooper, the mustard and ketchup. When they dropped the Cos babies, I was like, sweet, we're gonna get this, and then they just said, nah.
Yeah, they didn't. Anyway,
weird. But, Death Troopers would be another one I would go with. For me, when I was doing Sideshow, I would, if I was going to buy from Sideshow or wherever else, I would put a deposit down and then I would pay it off at shipping. if that was the option. If the option was just to pay it off up front, then what's the point in pre-ordering? Like, pay it off when you why? And I don't like. Here's my thing. I don't like from a financial perspective. I don't like a company holding on to my funds for a year and a half, like rent free, interest free. I could do something.
Well, not to them. They may be putting it. They'll probably put all that pre-order money somewhere.
Yeah,
I would imagine.
Yeah, right. So that's how I looked at it. I'm like, okay, I'll just set aside some funds and that'll be there, and I'll pay it off when I go. Because there's, whatever. If I got in a bind, I had to sell something to buy something, whatever. It doesn't matter. But it is
what it is. I suppose.
Lending money at 0% interest myself.
Can I talk about something that's really been grinding my gears recently before we get to the Star Wars stuff?
Snap. Gear grinding. Let's go.
Yeah. So, in every other hobby, in every other thing, there are classifications of that thing, right? So in car collecting, you can get a cheap car, or you can get the top of the range luxury version, like a Ferrari or Lamborghini. Do you ever see Lamborghini collectors saying, "Oh, it's too expensive. For the price, I should have gotten this. It shouldn't be $375,000. It should be $200,000. How dare they?" We've gotten to a point where we are so comfortable with abandoning our pride that we say, "Oh, I'm broke. I can't afford this. It's too expensive for me. They'll lose me as a customer." So be it. It's a luxury thing. Same thing can be said with figures. Every single announcement I see, it's X thing is this price. No. No.
Yeah.
No.
And it's usually
that is the price.
It's like a little bit of, like, the complaint's usually like $25.
Correct.
It's $25 too high, or $50 too high, or whatever the complaint is.
This is an expensive hobby. These are luxury items. If you can't afford them, there are so many other avenues to get figures that are really great quality, really poseable, and will still represent that character. Just because we potentially, as an individual, cannot afford it does not mean that it is too expensive. There are so many things that go into figure production that you don't account for, like this cap, right?
Right.
This cap. People are not understanding why the cap is so expensive. I'm going to spell it out for you. The original two Falcons were at $250 and then $230. So the second one was cheaper. That's because when it comes to likeness rights, either Anthony Mackie holds his likeness rights, which I think he does. I don't think Marvel hold the rights for their actors' rights.
Yeah, I don't know that one.
I don't know, but even if Marvel holds it, it's the same thing. With Robert Downey Jr., the reason we got that same head sculpt so many times was because every time you create a new head sculpt, rather than reissuing one, you have to pay those likeness right fees again. That's why, with Anthony Mackie, back when he was a B-list character in The Winter Soldier and in Civil War, he was a side character, let's be honest. He wasn't a leading man yet. Cheaper. It's cheaper to license someone likeness when they are not a leading man. They're a side B-list character. That's why they used that head sculpt 2 times. And it's evidenced by the fact that the second time round, the figure was cheaper.
Yep.
This time, we have a leading man. He is Captain America. If you don't think that likeness is going to cost more now, you're dreaming. It's a brand new head sculpt. It's going to cost them a significant amount more than last time to license his likeness. Plus, the engineering on the wings, the part count alone, because there are so many moving parts now versus a flat hunk that's just one piece of plastic.
Yeah, that Winter Soldier one was nothing.
Correct. Versus now they move and they fold around. The sheer number of parts means more molds, which means more money. Yeah. So that also comes into it. And then we've got the whole thing with the outfit and everything, but not taking that into account, just the wings and the head sculpt thing alone will cause it to be more expensive.
Oh, yeah.
I guarantee you, the next time we get a Falcon and it uses that head sculpt, it will be cheaper. But it doesn't matter. That's the price. If you want Captain America, if you want Sam Wilson as Cap, that is the price. I don't know why we are so comfortable now with complaining about the amount something costs. It's not going to change. Right. That's just what it costs.
What I said on the Falcon was this 375. I said, well, what choice do you have? you can buy a Marvel Legend figure for $20, $25.
Correct.
That's fine.
Yep.
And in between there, you've got Iron Studios, and they can do a statue.
Yes.
For a
Figuarts,
statue.
Mayfix.
Yeah, you can get these different scales figures, but you know, like you said, just because you personally don't see the value in it, don't buy it. Don't buy it.
That's
okay.
Exactly. It's like they want a custom price tier. It's like there's the price for everyone else, then there's the Justin price, and that's the price that it's worth to me. And then I see in the comments like people say like, oh well, then you just don't buy it, and then they're like, yeah, I won't buy it, and then other people won't either. That's life, unfortunately. People buy things that they can afford, and unfortunately, sometimes you have to miss out. But that's just life.
And if enough people don't buy it, Hot Toys will go, okay, maybe we should do something, or they won't. It's their business. It does, it's just, that's how capitalism works.
It's how it is, guys. I mean, I know it's never going to change. Every single announcement now, we're going to see this price, that price, whatever. I'm just getting really disillusioned by the whole price conversation. Let's just talk about the figure. Let's keep the price out of it. It's a luxury item. It's going to be expensive.
And I'm with you on that. I'm kind of the same way with the portraits. When everybody says, "Well, the eyes are too close, the hair is different," blah blah blah, and I'm going, it's like this freaking big.
It's that big.
I get it if it doesn't look. Now the Mark 85 portrait, I understand I understand that because it showed us one thing and gave us something else.
Correct. That's different. That's different.
But to say it doesn't look like the actor, I'm going.
I know it's either 0 or 100. It's a perfect or it looks nothing like him.
Yeah, it's unrecognizable.
Who is that? Is that me? It's not him.
Right. As bad as the
because
Paul
these
Rudd,
are hand.
Yeah, as bad as the
Paul Rudd we weren't.
Was, you still knew it was Paul Rudd. I mean, it wasn't.
You do. These are hand sculpted things, right? They're not. They don't do digital scanning. They have a team of artists, and each artist is responsible for each character, and they sculpt it by hand. So that's why you will notice some differences. I'm watching this in bed, and my wife can you stop saying luxury?
Oh man. Lane says there is the first dog of 6 kilograms. Yeah, I'm with you, man. Here's and this never. There's nothing we're going to say tonight is going to solve any of this, but because people are going to complain. They're going to complain about it doesn't have
in our nature
or whatever. It doesn't. But here's the thing: after a while, it just gets old, and you just start tuning it out. Mm-hmm. Whatever.
I'm at that point now. I barely go on my own group because people like the number one topic of conversation is price.
Yeah.
And it's exhausting, and it costs what it costs. We're paying more because we're getting them from Hong Kong, so we can't even relate, really. But I've never once gone on a chat and been like, Hong Kong price is too expensive. I should be getting it for this price. It ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, not if you want it first.
Correct. So, I don't know. What do you think in the chat, people? Do you think this whole thing where we are so comfortable saying that we are broke, we can't afford it, Hot Toys is too expensive, blah, blah, do you think this is a thing that should be done? Jedha put on the Mandalorian helmet, Justin put on the... We could. I just got this. Maybe we'll save it for the end of the stream.
Yeah.
Remind us. Yeah. We'll save it for the end. Is that the Hasbro one?
It is.
Ooh, it looks good.
Dude, I'm going to tell you what. I just got it Saturday, Sunday, whatever it is. And I was freaking impressed. I have seen in hand the EFX and the Anovos.
I have the Anovos one here. This is the Anovos one.
Yeah, now this one doesn't have the depth of paint that one has. Like you can tell that one's been painted multiple times. Yeah.
The shape looks really good, and the chrome looks really good on that.
The chrome is great. The fingerprint sucks.
Oh, is there a fingerprint?
Oh, well, if you, this fingerprint.
Oh, right. When you touch it, it's a magnet. Yes.
For the cost, it's damn good. It's damn good.
I've got one on pre-order, but because we're in Australia, it's coming much later. And also, we have to pay more. But anyway, let's not talk about that because I was
Yeah,
just saying the
I
price
went
is a
to a
thing.
comic shop this past weekend, and I asked them. I said, "You got some of these helmets?" They're going, "Yeah, we got some coming, and the ones we have, we sold." And so I'm walking around the shop going, "Okay, that's fine." And he comes out with a box. He goes, "Hey, we got more coming. We'll give the other guy, the other one."
Oh.
I said, "Cool," and I took it out of there. So I said, "I don't cause no drama. So if are you cool?"
Nice.
With it? Quite pleased with it. In fact, I have a video coming on Wednesday. Yeah, because tomorrow's already Wednesday. My helmet collection. So
Very nice.
Star Wars helmet.
I have some Star Wars helmet reviews coming. Actually, Toys Wonderland has just partnered with a helmet maker, and they do custom helmets. So I will be reviewing a 1:1 scale Phase 2 Captain Rex, a Commander Cody, another Mando, and I think it's just a regular white clone trooper.
Sweet.
But they look stunning, so I'm really excited. So my helmet collection is not too I mean, I have most of the Hasbro ones and the EFX Stormtrooper and a Novos Mando, but I will be having a bunch more. I don't know, maybe I'll make this a helmet wall at some point.
It could happen. I have the EFX Fett helmet coming sometime in the next week or two.
Ooh, that's exciting.
That one's going to be a particularly interesting video. So more to come.
Okay. Yeah. I'll tune in.
That one's going to be...
Hot Toys should release a Return of the Jedi Vader in 1/6 scale. They should.
100%.
That quarter scale Vader is so good that, honestly, I would love to see it shrunk down to 1/6 scale. That I have no words for how good that quarter scale Vader is. It is the best.
Wow.
It is the best Vader thing ever.
Yeah. I have the Sideshow statue, the premium format, and the light up feature stopped working.
Dang.
And that bugs the crap out of me. Like I haven't even turned it on in 4 months, and I've turned it anyways. It was not. So I was like, whatever. So that got me thinking, maybe I get this other Vader, and then I get one of those, the cathode sabers to go with it. That would be pretty sick. So maybe we'll
need the quarter scale. If you're doing quarter scale Spidey, and you're doing quarter scale Mando, you need Vader and you need Boba. Those two are like.
Yeah. I had the quarter scale Mark.
That's the whole line.
I had the quarter scale Mark III in my cart today, and I didn't buy it. So I was like, I should probably get Vader instead of the Iron Man.
The Mark III is good, but it's like, I don't know. It's kind of, I don't want to say it's boring, but it kind of is.
Yeah, it's just got switch out or the armor. Whatever.
It's like
I don't know.
If you had the Mark III standing alongside the Vader or the Boba, it's like it's night and day. The Iron Man is just a red plastic Iron Man. It's cool. It's amazing. It's great. But then compared to Boba, for instance, with the weathering and with the awesome diorama base, like, it's a showstopper. You can't beat Boba. So.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Draw the line, 100% quarter scale NECA turtles. Yes.
Oh yes, I love my quarter scale NECA turtles.
Are you going to get the animated versions of those? They're releasing them in the fall or whatever.
Just sticking with the film ones, although they seem to have abandoned the quarter scale line for the film stuff. Like they said originally, we can only do quarter scale NECA, and then they were like, nah, we can do 6-inch, and now it's like we can only do 6-inch. We're not going to do a Splinter in quarter scale. We're not going to do Casey. We're not going to do April.
Can you imagine a 6 scale Casey Jones? That would be sick.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, the Turtles, if they just shrunk them down to 6 scale, it would be perfect.
Those designs with the joints but that you can't see, it's perfect. Yeah. Those would work so well in 6 scale. I don't know why they haven't gone after that license, because quarter scale is too big. 6-inch, I think, is too small. I don't think anyone else has the license for 6-scale movie turtles.
I don't think so. I think Mondo did it. Mondo did them, but that was years back. They might still
have a while ago.
Yeah.
Who knows? They need to get it done, NECA. 6-scale is the perfect size for a lot of people.
A true story.
Let's just say.
All right. Well, something happened today.
Ho.
Star Wars Hot Toys comes out with this
Echo
And the blurb on this thing said they're well, I guess I could read it, but it says they're doing the squad,
the team.
They
are, yeah. They said they are making the team,
right? So
you can see them in the background as well. You can see Tech, Hunter, Rekka, and then you can just barely make out Crosshair in the back right.
Yep.
I don't know.
Screwdriver hand.
I don't know why Echo is up front. I thought, if anything, Hunter would be up front, seeing as he's the leader, and just have Echo in the background. But anyway, who cares? It's a promo image, right? Yeah,
it doesn't matter. But these guys right here. So I have some thoughts. I know the
Facebook
groups are blown up, the Reddits and all the stuff's going crazy, hyped up about this thing, and like Medic says, let's go. Yeah. I mean, I get it. I have concerns. I'm excited, but I have concerns. So.
Okay.
So my concerns are this: we get Echo, and we get, I don't know, Crosshair.
Don't say it.
That's all we get.
And then that's it.
or we get Echo. That's it. That's my.
I would be fine with that, actually. If that was what happened, if we only got Echo, that would be. Imagine if we only got Rekka.
I would be so pissed.
Oh man, I just saw the trailer for Bad Batch this morning, and I was like, "Oh, this is gonna hype me up for the show." And then stupid Rekka coming in and saying some crap and laughing his head off, and I was like,
at the very
God
end,
damn it, he's so annoying. He just takes me right out of the show.
He's gonna be interesting. We'll learn about him in the series, because it's like what 12 or 13 episodes or something we're getting.
It is? Like wow. Okay, I thought it was a 6 episode thing. Okay.
So from what I read today, it was a little longer. But it's I'm concerned about that. Here's the other thing. I think these will take so long to actually make
that we won't care about Bad Batch.
We won't care. And then we're going to have, they're not going to do the animated portraits. We already know that from Clone Wars. They're going to do it.
No.
You know, so they're going to have that. I would prefer no head sculpts, personally.
Me too. No honestly, I have the Black Series, Hunter and Crosshair, and I didn't even contemplate not keeping the helmets on them. Clones are the coolest with the helmets on. 16 episodes. Oh my.
People are saying.
Helmets on, so I don't care if there are no. Yep, keep the cost down. You don't have to pay Tamura for his likeness, because that's individual head sculpts, and it will have to be based on Tamura because they are still clones. Keep the cost down. No unhelmeted heads. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Yeah, I would never display it with the. I mean, I have Commander Cody in there, and I know when Rex comes, I'm going to display him with the helmet on, and I don't know. It's just something about that. For me, it goes with like the posing, because when you're posing a helmeted figure, he's looking wherever the heck you want him to look versus his eye. He's got an eye looking this way, and you want him to look that way. You're screwed.
And also, if you want to do a proper action badass pose, and you have him doing guns, and his face is just like,
right.
It's like, it doesn't really fit the vibe.
Like, is like doing some like murder pose, and she's like, a dead face, and I'm like,
yeah, exactly. Whereas with the helmet, a little bit of a tilt down, and like the visor is facing down a bit. It's not even making a different expression, but that subtle tilt will give it that extra little bit of spice. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I'm fine with no unhelmeted heads. Rekka is going to need a new body though, and I don't think he's worth the investment. But anyway.
That's what I'm saying. We're going to get 1 or 2 figures, and that's it.
If it's Hunter,
what teams have they actually completed? Like, name a team they actually completed. Rogue One team? Nope.
No.
Best Empire team? Nope. Team suit, quantum suit? Hell no. Nope. I mean, we can't even get episode 1 Kenobi to go with Qui-Gon.
Oh man.
They're not, I don't know. They just don't do
it. They've gotten into a bit of a rut when it comes to going. They're going very broad, but not very deep into lines. Like WandaVision, it's just Wanda and Vision done. Falcon and Winter Soldier, it's Cap and Bucky done. Whereas Hot Toys maybe 5 years ago would have done a civilian Sam Wilson and Falcon 2-pack, and a Madripoor version of Bucky, and they would have done US Agent and Cap and they would have gone so deep into that line. But now they're spread so thin that it has to be a super light touch. We'll only do 2, and then that's that. So will we get 5 clones from a 16-episode animated Disney show? I don't know.
I'm not holding my breath on that one. I just not, I will happily buy whatever they give us. But I'm going in with expectations being real low. And if they exceed them, I'm good.
If I only got Hunter, I would be so happy because he's the leader of the crew. That represents the Bad Batch for me, and he's wearing commando armor, basically. Mm-hmm. We love clone commandos. Well, I do at least. They're badass. So if I was to only get Hunter, that would be me done. But the whole team would be even better.
Yeah. I'm hoping we get a proper Clone Wars Echo versus a Bad Batch Echo. I think that'd be kind of cool.
That's another very good point. Do we want weird, mutilated screwdriver hand Echo versus badass ARC Trooper Echo?
Yep. No. Because Echo and Fives in Hot Toy Land versus Sideshow Land, Echo and Fives would be gorgeous.
They would be insane. And they could go perfectly with Rex. You could have Rex, Echo, and Fives. The ARC Trooper and the Captain. Damn, that'd be fantastic.
Right? J-Doss has a question for you.
I don't...
has there been a delay?
No.
Has there been a delay for IG-11 in places like in pop culture? I'm also worried Dark Trooper will be too plasticky.
As for the Dark Trooper, in the show, he was a glossy black plastic. In figure format, they're making it in the same thing, so it's going to look how it's going to look. It's going to look accurate to the show. As for IG-11, I don't know because I don't order from Pop Culture or Zing because they get their stock from Sideshow. So that means Sideshow has to get it from Hong Kong, so it goes Hong Kong, LA, and then they fill all their orders, and then after that's all done, the 5th, 10th, whatever batch comes in, and then it gets shipped from LA to Australia. So we are the very last of the last of the last. So I highly doubt it's been delayed. It's just probably the usual lead time of shipping with those companies, unfortunately. Yeah. Some people like that. They like being last so that they can see all the reviews and they can make up their mind or whatever. In my opinion, I'd prefer to pay a little bit extra and just have it over and done with, and then I can move on to something else and not have this bloody IG-11 pre-order lurking around for 8 months after it's already been out. You know what I mean?
Or where's my in-game cap?
Yeah.
Where's that?
There you go.
Yeah, there's some benefit. Now, there's a price to pay for that convenience. But
yes, of course, of course. But if you can, consider it. Maybe. I don't know. Up to you.
That's totally up to you. If you're going to be the person that says, why is it delayed and delayed and delayed, then
Then you could have gotten it. You could have gotten it a bit earlier. But the Sideshow are shipping stuff via air now, apparently, to them, because I'm not sure if you all know, there's a bit of a sticky situation in China with the ports and the docks. A lot of stuff is being held up because China is being a little bit antsy when it comes to exporting and importing stuff. So now stuff is going via air instead, which I don't know how long they're going to keep doing that. Because it's very expensive, but that's why all of a sudden we had about 7 things arrive because the pallets arrived via air this time. Nice. But I don't think they will be doing that very often because it's going to be so expensive. What are you doing down here, my friend?
I would, I would. That cost is definitely going to go up. I think on the bat, I don't know. There's some other figures that people are wanting to see. I've seen this. I'm sure you've seen this list that people keep posting.
Yep,
I'm sure you've seen this thing, and it's somebody's wish list. I mean, I gotta say who.
I've seen it. Yep.
All right, but it's got like so much stuff on there. I'm going, there's no way in hell. Like if
you think we're getting more than
this is not a like this is what's it's what it is.
If you think we're getting more than 1 or 2 announcements, then you're dreaming. It's not going to be more than 1 or 2. It'll be Clone Wars, Obi-Wan, The Bad Batch, job done.
Yeah, it's going to be simple. And if anybody predicted they were going to do the Bad Batch, I mean, that was low-hanging fruit. That was just that's not much. I mean, you're not a fortune teller if you got that one on there. But Cruisley says hot to Joaquin Phoenix Joker. I don't see that happening, but
it's not going to. But I would love that. That'd be fantastic.
Brett, the movie. Oh, we got a movie again. Where are the Star Wars Rebels 6-scale figures? Amen. Let's get Clone Wars first. Let's get Clone Wars before we start. Because what'll happen is they'll move over to Rebels and they'll skip all the cool people in Clone Wars.
Trying to settle this dog down. Rebels, that animated show that a lot of people loved, but nobody really ever talks about anymore because it's long since finished. I don't think... Like, what reason would there be? What hype train can they cash in on? With Bad Batch, there's a whole brand new... This bloody dog. There's a whole brand new show coming out. And they can ride the hype off that to get, the stuff sold. But nobody's really spoken about Rebels in a while. Ezra Bridger, okay, fine. Put up for pre-order now.
I'm a Rebels fan, and I would buy them, but from a business perspective, I don't see it.
It not yet. If someone makes their live action debut, like Ahsoka, right? Even the Clone Wars Ahsoka, we already knew that there was going to be a live action Ahsoka coming to Mandalorian, so that already had a reason. It brought Ahsoka back to everyone's mind, the forefront of everyone's mind, because she was being talked about again, more than just an animated show. And I hate to burst everyone's bubbles, but everyone who enjoys Star Wars didn't also watch Clone Wars, Bad Batch, and Rebels. I'm sorry, but it's true. Didn't. It's a niche. It's a niche within a niche within a niche. I enjoyed them. Ryan, I'm sure, enjoyed them. But for the mass market figure collecting audience who buy Star Wars figures based off their childhood, they probably don't even know who an Ezra Bridger is. Yeah. So you need to keep that in mind always.
Jay Lamb says, thanks for reviews on Alita. Just got her.
Hey, that's
I was awesome. Way late to the game on Alita, and I'm glad I finally picked her up. So
she's great. She's a line. She's a line of one, and she is excellent. And she encapsulates that movie perfectly, just herself.
Yep, I agree. I'm with you on that. I believe they're doing a sequel to Rebels, like what's happening after the fact deal. But there would have to be a lot more hype for that.
If Howard Chan was not a big of a Star Wars fan as he is, this Bad Batch thing never would have happened. Because his business people are probably like, Howard, we are going to lose money on this, especially in Hong Kong. Like, the amount of people who would buy this Bad Batch thing over, pick another Star Wars, like another Mandalorian, a Season 2 Mandalorian. Yeah, put them side by side. What's going to sell better? Of course, it's going to be Mandalorian. So, it's just because he's such a big fan, but that only runs so deep. He also has to watch the pocketbook, right? So,
true story. True story.
I think unless Rebels characters make their live action debut, I don't think it's going to happen. Unfortunately.
K&L says, "Hope all is well." Thank you, K&L, for the super chat. That is very kind of you. It's we got a lot of people in here. We got almost 450 people in here, so that's awesome.
Nice, nice.
We I don't know where we're gonna go from there on the animated series. The Bad Batch trailer looks pretty good. We're seeing some characters. We're seeing Rex. Yeah, I think it does. We got Rex is in the background. We got Tarkins in there somehow in the background. There's some, and then we've got what a lot of people are really hyped about. I think Bad Batch is just it's like a filler thing to get us to the next thing.
It is,
which is Kenobi. Kenobi is going to be next level hype. That's going to be like Bad Batch is here, but Kenobi's like way the hell up here.
Animated is here, and then live action is off the charts because it captures an audience. Like, I know people who are Star Wars fans that just won't watch anything animated because they think it's for kids. And I tell you, this Wrecker thing is going to all of those people who don't want to watch it because they think it's for kids. That Wrecker character will immediately put them off, as it's putting me off, because he is the comic relief. He wouldn't work in live action. It's not humor done well. It's just stupid humor. Him running through a bunch of droids like, I love smashing clankers. Like, it's not funny. It's not. It's stupid.
That was funny.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm with you. But Kenobi with Hayden Christensen coming on board.
I'm
telling you, it's like
next level.
Can you? I don't know. What if we get Ewan McGregor, and then we get Hayden Christensen, and what if Ahsoka shows up somewhere in the middle of that?
Third Ahsoka.
Dawson. I mean, it would be You think the prices of the Anakin figures are high now? Just wait.
I'm interested. It's going to obviously be some sort of Force Vision Anakin, right? It's not going to be. He's not going to be there.
No.
So I'm hoping that it's just his Episode 3 outfit, and then that maybe means that all of y'all who missed out will get a reissue. That'd be great for all of y'all. It's probably going to be evil Anakin, though, I would imagine, because if he's communing with him, he's not going to suddenly be good again. So it might be a dark side Anakin, which make a lot of people happy, I would imagine.
Yep. I would whatever they release, we'll definitely be doing. We've got Brett says Bad Batch surprise cameos: Vader, Maul, young Boba.
I think Vader is a given. I think Vader is a given because he's such a big part of the like we saw him the last scenes in Clone Wars Episode 7 was Vader, in Crash, Venator, etc. Yeah. I would expect Vader to be in there. Boba, I don't think so.
You can't have Star Wars without Vader.
I don't think Maul. Yeah, I don't think Boba and I don't think Maul, but I think Vader absolutely.
Thanks, Frank, for the
smash the like button. Yes,
you're very kind. All right, I've got another one. Let's go to.
Okay.
You ready? All right.
Oh yes. Oh my God.
I should have prepared you for that.
You should have. They warned you about this, folks. In the instruction manual, it said, don't keep his mouth closed for extended periods of time, or this will happen. Keep his mouth open. So that's what I did.
You guys.
I have no issues.
And it's like, I'm not even at all surprised by this. Not even.
Well, we knew it was coming. It's a super thin rubber. You can feel how thin it is, because if you push it, you can feel the air gap between the skin and the head. Yep. Just always read the instructions when it comes to this stuff. Because in the instructions, it literally says, pose his mouth open to avoid damage. Because if you're pulling that jaw up, it's putting so much stress on his chin. It's literally pulling it constantly if his mouth is fully closed. Yeah. So all you have to do to avoid this is keep his mouth open. And that's it.
Just don't and don't be mad if you make the mistake and didn't read the instructions.
But even this, right? How much of his chin can you see when his robes are up here?
Oh yeah, none of it. In fact, you can't see any of it.
And that's accurate to the show. His robes are always up under his chin here, not like the sideshow one where people pull it all the way down for some reason and show his full gullet.
They should have had some kind of Velcro thing to keep it up there, though. It does fall.
You'll never see that part of him anyway. So if this does happen to you, it's not the end of the world. You won't ever really see it. But seriously, just keep his. Oh, it is true.
Sorry, Kenobi. That's pretty good. Look at this. This says shouldn't happen at all. Shouldn't accept low quality control.
Okay. I love this. Let's talk. Okay, Nicolio, let's talk about quality control. Quality control is very different to something breaking because of user error like this, right? Quality control is this. I have bought this McFarlane Flashpoint Batman, and he has black paint all over his skin face. That is quality control. His left leg joint is frozen. That is quality control. He's missing his right hand. Quality control. If something breaks because you have left the mouth fully closed after they've warned you for a long period of time and then it breaks, that's not quality control. That's user error. That's damage. Quality control is something out of the factory not being as it should, not being right, being mispainted or not included. That's quality control. This has nothing to do with that, and no matter what the price, if you pay $10,000, they can only use what materials exist on this earth.
Yeah.
There is no price that can make an indestructible silicon skin.
If it came in the box brand new,
that is quality control.
Then return it and get something else.
Correct.
If that was the case. I have no idea.
I watched a video once. We covered this when I was at university. When I did a double degree, business and IT. And we covered quality control because there are various methodologies and how factories handle quality control. You can only get it down to a such a finite percentage, there will always be some level of quality control. I'm not talking about this, I'm talking about defects out of the box. Even for a $10 million supercar, you cannot guarantee that every single one that rolls off your production line will be free of defect, no matter how much you pay. So this whole, for the price, this should be a thing, this shouldn't be a thing, no.
Yeah.
You can get it swapped.
I will throw something on. I'll throw something on. For the price, I assume that the 500 people watching this are somehow, either if they're of the age, they have been employed of some kind.
Yes.
And I would venture to say that at some point, your work for the work you've been paid to do was not 100%. At some point.
And it might not have been your fault. It might have been a faulty product or whatever.
Yep.
But no matter how much you pay, there is no way to guarantee 100% quality 100% of the time. There will always be a defect, but that ain't it. That is someone damaging the figure by leaving the mouth closed all the time. Hey!
All right. I'm going to throw one at you. I'm going to get the chat all kinds of sideways on this one. Or at least half of them. At least half.
Look at his flight suit, by the way. It's brown. Interesting. Interesting. Everyone who told me I was wrong.
Quality control. Now, all right, so there's this thing going around where people saying we got the Duracell Mando, we got the Beskar Mando, now we need like a season 2 Mando. Yes. And everybody's like, there's no reason to get a season 2 Mando unless we get a portrait. Like, what's the point? I think I'm in the minority here in saying that I don't freaking want a portrait. Don't want it. I don't think I ever wanted them to take off the helmet.
For a character whose whole identity is around not removing his helmet, to then have him on display permanently without his helmet is a bit... It's not quite fitting the message, I don't think.
I don't want it. If they make it, I'll buy it, but I won't display it.
Yeah, of course. It's a nice throw-in. If they do, he will be more expensive, because they've got to license that likeness. So if they do, he will be more expensive. And people will say it's just a reissued figure with new thigh plate and knee pad. Why is it more expensive? Because you're paying a boy for his head.
Would he have helmet hair? Helmet sculpted hair?
He better look like that with the hair all messy. He better look like that.
They could totally do rooted hair on that one because nobody would helmet hair, so it wouldn't matter.
Oh, but if they did do it, I would take that head and put it on the tank guy. What do they call the
tank trooper? Yeah, tank assault.
The green guy, whatever it is. Anyway, him. Yeah. I would put it on him, and then I would hope for someone to do a Mayfield head, and then I'd have that little team there.
Yeah, this is I don't know. The chat's going, no, we want a portrait, and some of them are going, no, we don't want a portrait, and I get it.
I think it's probably 50-50, I would imagine, on this.
Yeah. I just don't see the point. Now I guess you could do like a display of him without his helmet on and him laying down and like IG-11 there helping him, and I guess you could do like some like sentimental scene.
But who wants to display him at his worst moment, where he's got his concussion, he's down on the ground like, you want Mando in like a badass, rifle shooting pose. You don't want him on the floor a crumpled heap. Like who displays their Mando like that?
So somebody with I don't know. That would be an interesting thing to do. I just don't want. Now, if they do a season 2 Mando, with the swoop bike has disappeared from Secret Base, from what I understand.
That thing is gone.
Maybe it's on display somewhere else, or it's.
I think it's at Echo Base right now, maybe.
Yeah. And so I wouldn't be upset if we don't get a swoop bike. I'm okay with that because. This, wasn't that integral for me.
Not really, no. It's just a hunk that it'll take up a lot of space. This big
they really do,
hunk.
and there's just it's a piece of plastic that's going to take a bunch of room.
By the way, I broke the handlebar on my speeder bike, my Scout speeder bike.
Oh, bummer. Which part?
Literally just the part where the hand goes onto. It wasn't even I wasn't even forcing it. I literally put his hand on there and it just snapped off. So I am getting it replaced. But I went on and on about how sturdy it felt, because it did. I didn't have any issues putting IG-11 on there. I had no issues. And then when I was about to put it up on top of the display with Scout Trooper on it, snap, and the glue won't hold it. And yeah, so anyway, be careful.
Bummer. I haven't broke mine yet, but it's inevitable at some point. I will break it. The sideshow one just falls apart looking at it. So.
Master Brilbo says quality control or user error. That is user error, not quality control, because it didn't come like that out of the box. That was my fault. I probably twisted it in a way that it shouldn't have been twisted.
Yeah, not designed to hold a 1-to-1 scale human.
No.
Yeah,
so anyway, I have resorted to using just his open palm hand that's like this, just to rest on the thing for now until I get that replaced.
Yeah, I think even the sideshow one, mine, like the control arms won't even stay on it because they only go in like a freaking millimeter.
Yeah.
Anyway. I hate this.
Either way, it's better than the sideshow one. Mine is in a million pieces. Nicolio says that's poor quality control. It isn't. That's me breaking it. Completely different. Out of the box, it wasn't broken.
I've broken Rocket. I've broken his leg. I at least snapped his leg. I've broken a Yoda. I've broken an Iron Man Mark II. War Machine. It happens.
When it breaks in our hands, I really, the quality control is out of the factory in the box. If it's damaged or if it's missing something, that is quality control. Yeah. If we break it, that's not quality control. That's us.
True story.
How can they control the quality of something that you have done to it? Like, I don't understand that. Anyway, who has the better fake accent? Justin with an American accent or Ryan with an Aussie accent? I don't think I can do an American accent.
I couldn't do an accent if I tried.
So neither of us. We're both failures. I apologize.
We fail. Yeah, Medic. Yeah, he told me. I remember this one. He broke the hell out of the Tron speeder bike. Yeah, he did, actually. He glued it back together 14 times.
Damn. I broke the Avatar Jake Sully. He fell from the top of my cabinets all the way down, and his arm broke off and his leg broke off.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's because you put him up high and he can't fly.
That's because I was a fool and didn't put him on a display base with a crotch grabber thing, and I was like, oh, he'll be fine. I'll just keep him up there for a few minutes, and then bam.
Bam.
Dead.
Done. So, droids.
Yes.
We have K2. We got IG. They both sacrificed themselves. They're both amazing 6-scale figures.
Yes.
So, I'm not going to say if you had to choose one, but do you have a favorite between the two?
I do. In live action and in figure format, I prefer K2SO for a couple of reasons. Number one, he is way more sassy, which makes for good humor. Number two, there's no rubber gaskets on any of his joints. So that means you're not having to worry about those rubber gaskets cracking. The only drawback with K2SO, in my opinion, is the eyes. He looks dead unless you have the lights on, whereas IG-11 doesn't have that issue. Nope. He's just a mess of parts no matter which way you look at him, which I love. But K2SO can hold a pose without worrying about any rubber, whereas IG, I'm worried that those I don't even have the arms or legs bent. I have his arms out with his guns in front of him, because I think those rubber gaskets will break.
I don't even know where mine's in the other room. I don't even know. My IG's in the other room. Character-wise, K2 for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Tudyk,
he's got more screen time. He's a big part of that movie. Alan Tudyk is awesome. IG-11, Taika Waititi. I love Taika Waititi, obviously, but he doesn't he has some really great moments, but it's not. It feels more like a droid than a main character, if you know what I mean. Yeah,
it wasn't Taika Waititi as Korg in Ragnarok.
No, it wasn't that level. Yeah.
That was great. But I'm with you, K2. And the thing with this, K2 is fetching that high dollar price. Like it's $600, $700, $800. I've seen it for $800. It's crazy. It's way up there.
It never used to be. It used to be hard to. It was in stock for so long, people wouldn't buy it.
I paid retail for it. It was like $200.
Yeah, I got it when it came out.
I think it was. But IG this past week, actually, I think it was Friday. IG went on waitlist at Sideshow. Now it's back up for pre-order, so that's happened a few times. Yeah. Anyway, I messaged them about that, by the way. So I'm trying to get.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I said, you guys are kind of turning into the boy who cried wolf. That's what I said. I said, just give us some answers here. It is or it ain't. Which one is it?
Exactly.
So I never did get an actual answer, but the IG-11 is a beautiful figure. If you are a Mando collector, do not miss out on it.
It's a must if you're a Mando collector.
Yeah.
You must.
The paint apps on the IG are better than the K2 because the K2 is just
100%.
Yeah, K2 all the way. K2 all the way. So I don't know what you guys are seeing in the chat. IG waitlisted already. Love K2SO character, but in terms of coolness and badassery, IG.
Yep.
I don't know. I mean, that's fine. It's your opinion. It's all good.
Exactly. I mean, we all have our own opinions.
K2 was he was sassy.
He was sassy. I love K2. That's a comic relief type character done right with good humor. Versus, I'm not going to say it, but you know.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, I love that scene in Rogue One where he goes back and they're on Scarif and he goes back and he goes, I thought I told you to wait on the ship. He goes, well, I did, but I was bored. I was like,
I love the one where he gets handed the bag and he just drops it. Oh, man.
You want to know the odds of her killing us? They're high. You know, I freaking love K2, man. It's brilliant.
Oh, me too. It's a crime that he's not going to be in the Andor show for season 1. I don't know if there's going to be a season 2, but it's a crime.
Oh, man. I agree. Because I really would like for people to have a chance to get K2 at a less than $800 price tag.
I don't know if I'm in minority here, but I don't really care about Cassian Andor, really. It's going to take a good bit of marketing for me to be really hyped up about a show about Cassian Andor, to be honest. Yeah. Same thing with a Poe show. I wouldn't be that excited with a Poe show either.
I wouldn't either. I think the character that I would be interested in following that would be in the... I would love to see... Chirrut and like how he got into the Guardian Wheels and like how he ended up there. That would be interesting.
Oh,
and how he met up with Baze
awesome.
And, you know.
Imagine the fight sequences. Oh man.
Yeah, I'd be.
But Andor, you know,
he shoots people in the
Andor. Yep. There you go. Anyway, we will see.
I don't know. We might love him by the end of it. I don't know. I mean, the fact is, we don't have. It's just another team that Hot Toys won't give us.
Ooh.
Okay. All right. So we've all seen some amazing portraits. Star Wars nails older portraits. The older the person, the better the portrait.
Correct. There's just so much more detail they can pack in there.
So, who did it? Which one was better for you?
This is so difficult. These two are so good. But I have to go with Tarkin, I think. There's just something about it that, in hand, it just is creepy and uncanny. Ben Mendelsohn looks great as well, but Tarkin, I don't know. I love it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think Krennic is next level fantastic. The paint apps on him are like the freckling and the whole. This is crazy. Mm-hmm. The thing that kind of kills me wants me to go with Tarkin instead is the expression.
Yep,
it's just like
he's got this sort of semi-furrowed brow, and he's got that that look that he gives. Yeah,
you can imagine being like if you were a Death Star gunner and you're on there, and he gave you that look. You knew you were just getting shipped out. You were done. You didn't want that. And so that's for me. What do you guys say in the chat? We got a lot of Tarkins. Dakota says pre-ordered 501st. Got to meet Marco. Great. Hey, Marco is a great guy. Hey, congratulations.
I don't know who that is, but congrats to Marco for being a great guy.
Tashi Station. John says
Tarkin. Yep. Okay. Yep.
Someone
says Dooku is amazing as well. Yes. Dooku
is
amazing
good
as well.
Too. Yeah. I didn't add him on there because I think the expression is not as good. It's kind of
fair call.
Yeah.
Someone says resting bee face. Yes, he does.
I mean, I could have thrown Ant-Man up there, but I didn't do that. So there's that. But those were my 5 slides for tonight. So only from there. I do have a question for you. All right. So out of I was thinking about this, and I was going to put up a slide for this, and I was like, "There's no way. There's crazy." So, since we're talking about Star Wars loves and Hot Toys loves to produce stormtroopers or troopers of any kind.
Yes.
Do you have a favorite? Of all the ones they produce, do you have a favorite?
This is going to sound really boring, but the Rogue One, just classic white stormtrooper. I'm sorry, you can't beat it. It is so iconic. If that is the one figure that you had in your collection to represent Star Wars, people would probably not be mad about that, because the stormtroopers are so like tied into the Star Wars universe that as soon as you see that helmet, you know who it is. Yeah. So the classic white basic stormtrooper, you can't beat it. For me, I think.
And the Rogue One specifically.
The Rogue One specifically,
like that one.
Because that is the perfected version. You know, that stupid bloody canister on the back of the belt.
I hate that stupid thing. God.
On that Scout Trooper, when I was putting him on the speeder bike and it kept falling off, I was getting so mad. I
didn't even put mine on.
It is the stupidest thing. Fix it to the belt. We are not removing it and having him hold it in his hand.
I don't even play mine.
The Rogue One version of the Stormtrooper specifically.
Word nerd with the super chat to 20 bomb. That was stout, man. Thank you, brother.
Damn.
I moved and noticed my Mark II's faceplate is missing. Uh-oh. I'm out of luck, or Canon will Sacho send me a replacement for a Mark II? I think you're in trouble.
Try Toy Anxiety and Monkey Depot.
Yep,
they might have some spares for you, but I don't think Sideshow are not in the business of selling spare parts. I don't think.
I would try Facebook groups, buy sell trade groups, eBay. I would have a saved search on eBay with some alerts and find a part of that one. But the Mark II, and I'm assuming you mean the diecast one that was reissued. I don't know, but the that's a fairly popular one, and I don't know how many people parted them out, but there's probably somebody who, like Justin, likes to break figures and probably threw it on
eBay. Oh.
But I hate that.
Sure did.
That sucks. I wish I could be more help to you. But Toy Anxiety, just Google it. Yep. Toy Anxiety. They part out figures all the time, and you might even be able to message them. They might be able to help you out.
Yep.
They got all kinds of. If you want a part of something, they probably got it.
Yeah.
Very likely. For you, the Rogue One Trooper. For me, and it's probably a figure I don't even have. I don't have the Sand Trooper. I really want the Sand Trooper, but
he's
for me,
good. He's really
probably the. Again from Rogue One, the TK 14057. I love the backpack. I love the orange pauldron. I love the
Jedha Patrol. The Jedha Patrol Stormtrooper, of course.
And I love the orange pauldron. I love the grenade backpack. I don't know. Oh, I just love it.
I am so mad. I had that 2-pack with the Stormtrooper and the Jedha Patrol one. And this was at a time where Hot Toys weren't really selling very well, and Zing Pop Culture had it for 60% off. 60. That was like $240. And back then, I was still in university, and I was doing the YouTube channel just as a casual thing. I bought it, and I decided I would rather have Rogue One Vader, which I don't regret making that decision. I still would rather have Rogue One Vader, but I returned the 2-pack, and I got Rogue One Vader instead. I kind of wish I'd kept that 2-pack now, because now they're going for insane money, and I want them in my collection. I don't really care about the dollar value. I just want them in the collection. A friend of mine did buy it from Zing, and he still has them, and he still hasn't opened them, and he basically, he has a display of stuff, but if he sees a good deal for something, he'll buy it, and then he'll just keep it. And he won't ever display it or do anything with it. So I'm like, please, let me buy it off you. Let me trade. I would trade you whatever you want. I need that 2-pack. It's collecting dust in a box in the back of your garage. Come on now.
Right.
He has not yet agreed.
The way I acquired mine was actually pretty interesting. I wanted that 2-pack for the long. Actually, I just wanted the one with the orange pauldron for the longest time. And of course, like a fool, I didn't order it when it was first released for $300 and some odd dollars, whatever it was. And a 2-pack of Troopers for $350. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, that's we won't ever see that again. But I found a gentleman on one of the forums who had the 2-pack, and he had the Jedha Patrol white pauldron figure.
Oh yes, I have a spare one of those actually, just sitting in a box over there.
So I bought both. I bought the 2-pack and the white pauldron figure for $500 shipped.
Ooh, not bad, not bad.
And then I already had the white pauldron, so I sold the white pauldron for $300. So I got my 2-pack for $200.
Nice. I might actually see if my mate will trade me my spare white pauldron one for that 2-pack. I don't know. We'll see. I'll pay him. I have to pay him, obviously, a little bit extra.
Yeah, I definitely like the orange one better because the white pauldron one, the backpack doesn't come off, and I hate that. It's just...
Oh my god. The reason I bought this stupid thing was, I'll just take the backpack off and I'll have another Rogue One Stormtrooper. Open it up. Cannot come off.
Yeah.
Oh, I was so disappointed.
I saw it too, and I was like, really? Like, that's just...
Yeah. Because I have another white pauldron one in the display already. So I was like, this one will just be a regular white Stormtrooper. No. Hot Toy said no. You cannot.
Denied. Well, we've got... yeah, that's definitely my favorite trooper. The Death Trooper's up there too, but if you're thinking
Death Trooper is
like
not really...
If you walked into a room, you saw a Stormtrooper, Star Wars. I mean, I'm with you on
absolutely.
That. Now the chat, let's see here. Let's see where Patrol Trooper from Solo. That's a solid choice. It's not very fun to pose, but that was a solid choice.
It's a good looking figure, but it's not really Star Wars iconic.
It could fit in. I think that figure could fit into another genre. Like it could fit into like cyberpunk or something like.
It looks kind of Star Trek-y to me. I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah. Let's see here. Antonio says Stormtroopers is Star Wars.
Yes.
Yeah. See, Stormtroopers and Vader. Yep.
That's
why I have lots of variants of troopers. I love it.
The very first part of the very first Star Wars film is Stormtroopers storming onto the Tantive 4 with Darth Vader following close behind.
Yeah.
This dog has hiccups here. You calm down. You'll be fine.
I would like. I know Sideshow made the Rebel, whatever they called it, from the Tantive
Rebel.
Whatever
Brigade.
The guy with the weird helmet things and all that.
Yeah, I know.
And I'm tempted to pick one of those up, but man, they just are dated. I don't know.
They're so bad. You'd need to get like a DID Corporation generic World War II soldier or something, and just strip the World War II outfit on and put the Rebel outfit on. Then it could be quite viable. I think.
Throw a Bison body on it and rock and roll. Like I just want the outfit and the helmet.
Yeah, literally just the outfit and the helmet, and then pop it on another random.
Maybe I'll go to Toy Anxiety, see if I can't find that. Solve their own problems. It's crazy.
My dream display would be the Tantive 4 hallway. I'm pretty sure Jazz Inc. has done that. The Tantive 4 hallway with Vader and 2 Stormtroopers coming over, but 1 dead on the ground, and then a smoke machine generating smoke in the background behind Vader, and then a couple of Rebel troopers shooting at the Stormtroopers. That's my dream display.
With the CFFL, with the cathode.
Yes,
saber.
Of course.
Like
the only thing I don't like about those lightsabers is that stupid little dongle at the end. That little thing that hangs off the end. I don't like that.
Yeah. Oh,
when
Vader, you could hide it, though. Being black, though, I think you could. I don't know.
When someone perfects that the blade so that right at the tip there's not that little nub thing, then I will be all in on those. But right now it's just this weird, awkward little thing hanging off the end.
I'm with you because I would love a whole display of them, of just all the Jedi with them. But number one,
also they get really hot.
Crazy. They get hot, which is the main thing I was looking at. I was like, well, I don't really want to melt my figure's hand, or if it gets next to another figure, I was like,
if it's next to a rubber suited something, that rubber will crack. Maybe not straight away, but over time, because that heat will dry out the rubber. So I'm not really in it for that.
See, tell Justin to sell me the one.
I'm gonna keep it as a bargaining tool to try and get that Jedha Patrol 2-pack off my mate. And if I get it, I will review it.
Trade bait.
Yeah. I also have a spare Return of the Jedi Luke, which was supposed to be my Mando Luke, but I haven't done that yet. So
yeah, I don't have a spare one of those. I've got an extra Durasteel Mando, an extra IG.
Yep.
What else have I got? Extra doubles of Scout Speeder Bike. I got a second Scout Speeder Bike coming. I didn't get a single Scout. I think I'm going to get a single Scout though. I think I'm going to do that. Just because it's just good looking figures. So.
I wanted 2 because that scene in Mando, like, I'm not to have 2 bikes, obviously, because I couldn't be bothered with that. But to have the scene, obviously, where you got the 2 scouts, Grogu, I kind of wanted to have 2, but so that's why I got the one by himself. Plus, when he came out, he wasn't that pricey compared to the bike one. Just the standard one wasn't that.
Yeah.
I mean, it was still expensive, but not as crazy.
Yeah. Well, I know. You dropped your video on Kylo today. Which,
correct.
Mine is on the way, so I don't have it yet. But I've seen comparisons of the portrait between the new one and the Last Jedi one, and people are jumping up and down about this and that and whatever. Short story. Do you have a preference?
Yeah, I prefer the new one. Someone says, is my dog dead or something? She's sleeping across the desk. Because she's a sausage dog, she's overly long. So she has to keep the back extended. So sitting on my lap kind of isn't an option. So she has to lie here. And if I let her go, she'll run downstairs and chase the cats or something. So anyway, yes, I prefer the new Kylo Ren. The paint applications on the head are insane. The sculpt is excellent. And then it does a couple of other things really well. The cloak has the strongest magnets I have ever seen on any Hot Toys figure in the shoulders here.
Nice.
On the Last Jedi one, whenever I went to pose his arm up, the cloak would just fall off. So this time, it's not going to happen. They are so strong. That's another plus. And also, that light-up effect on the helmet is insane. Like, it pulsates and it glows and it looks awesome. So
pretty excited to
everything
see that
about that new one is the best Kylo, I think. Plus, it can work for the Last Jedi Kylo because it's the same outfit. So you can have a Last Jedi one, or you can have a Rise of Skywalker one. And let's please, in the chat, let's not talk about which movie, like what we think of the movies. I said that in my review. We're here to talk about the figures. I don't care if you like the movie or not. It's irrelevant. Yep. We're just here to talk about figures. Keep that shit out of it. Come on.
I skipped the Last Jedi one. I had the Force Awakens Kylo, and I literally sold it a month ago. I got rid of it.
You know what I'm pissed about?
I didn't need two of them.
They didn't fix the ankles. It's still a solid, thick-ass rubber boot. And there's a strap right at the ankle where you can perfectly hide that. In fact, I may even just cut it myself.
That's not a bad choice.
That's not the third Kylo.
Yeah, those boots make no sense whatsoever. I mean, look what they did with the friggin' scout boot. That was perfect.
Oh my god, that material is perfect. It's not pleather. It's this thin sort of fab. It's genius.
I think I call it like a windbreaker. It's very.
Yeah, it's
perfect.
It's like a Arkham Knight pant material.
There you go. There you go.
Can you put the new Kylo head sculpt on the Force Awakens Kylo, says Frank Noonan? No, you cannot, because the Force Awakens Kylo has this material neck gasket thing that he had in the film, but you can't, it's part of his outfit. So unless you find a way to cut it or remove it, that thing will push up against the Kylo head sculpt because that neck is fixed. So technically, if you were to really want to do it, yes, but out of the box without any mods whatsoever, no, you cannot. I hope they release Rey tomorrow, says Ethan. I don't think they're going to release anything. It's more for announcements tomorrow. Yeah, so
we've had a pretty good run of releases.
Let's talk about how they classify announcements versus releases. So when it comes to releases, Hot Toys doesn't really celebrate releases because they've already got their money. The batch is sold. Who cares what's released? It doesn't matter. It can come out whenever. We've already sold it. An announcement, though, that's different because that's when y'all put your money down. So they need to cash in on the hype for an announcement because they want y'all to pre-order. But for a release, it doesn't matter because you've already paid us. It's coming out when it comes out. So a lot of people think, oh, they'll release this to celebrate this. Doesn't matter. It's already been sold out, especially in Hong Kong. The batch is done. The batch is determined by the order number. So it doesn't matter to them. Whenever they release something, they'll do it whenever. They could release a Batman figure tomorrow for all they care. It doesn't matter.
That's what I was about to suggest. But we're going to get the Batgirl.
We're going to get the Birds of Prey Harley Quinn, which I'm actually really excited about that, actually.
For those joints? Oh, my God.
Yeah. I'm really excited. I'm really excited.
I freaking hated that movie.
I love Birds of Prey.
Okay. We'll see.
I love Birds of Prey.
You got to go eat. What was the restaurant she was, like the Asian restaurant? I don't remember what she was eating, but
but I did. My Steph did make the egg sandwich thing that she was eating with the bitter, dash of hot sauce. That it was actually quite good. That guy who made the egg sandwich in the movie, he has a YouTube channel and he tells you how long to cook everything and put it together.
Oh,
properly.
Nice. Yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. I'm not going to do that. Birds of Prey, the best DC. EU movie.
I mean, I wouldn't say it's the best, but it's in top 3 for me.
Oh God.
Anyway, let's not talk about movies because art is subjective. Art is subjective.
Where's Star Wars? It's May the 4th.
Yes, we're here to talk about Star Wars. It is May the 4th here today in Australia.
Yeah, and in about 42 minutes it'll be May the 4th here.
Hey,
but I'm expecting. Are you? Well, what? It's about that time for you.
Clone Wars, Obi-Wan. I'm hoping.
Yeah.
If that's the only thing that gets announced today, I'm fine. I'm perfectly happy.
I would hope that they would announce it. I'm sick and tired of seeing them tease us with stuff and just not make it.
People are really asking and hyping a Mando Luke. Really? You want another Return of the Jedi Luke? Like, okay, I would buy it and add it to the shelf, but there have been like 3 different versions of it already. You didn't pick up one of those versions?
R2.
Yeah, an R2 would be great. But like, you want over like a Fennec or over a another character? You want another Luke? Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you on that. I'd like a character we don't already have. I'll put it this way. I would like them to produce something they've already showed us.
Yes, that would be good. A C-3PO, Padme.
C-3PO, yes, 100%.
Battle droids.
Battle droids would be epic.
I would buy about 10 of those just to have them fighting McClones.
I would, I've got a whole clone army coming, and they're going to need some clankers. So
fresh Boba, people are saying, fresh Boba, Fennec.
Yeah,
I don't think we're
going to see that Fett until the show comes out. But
you can't tell me that you'd rather another Return of the Jedi Luke over one of those characters that we were talking about. Surely not. The armorer is a must. I have an armorer coming, actually, a custom maker. Has fully produced an armorer figure, and I will be reviewing it on the channel.
Sweet. Definitely check that out.
I'm quite excited about that.
Yeah, and we need an armorer. It's
a no-head sculpt, very easy figure to make. It's mostly fabric, just a couple of pieces of plastic to mold. Come on, Hot Toys. What are you doing?
Produce all
Hot Toys would have done it.
Yeah, sure. Well, it's like we've got, some people are saying like the Bespin Han. I mean, like we got Lando, we got Leia. We got no Han, no Luke.
Don't even get me started about... Well, we got Luke. We got Luke DX07, so that,
a decade ago.
Yep.
It's just like, again, won't finish the team. They won't do it. So
just give us that Han. Come on now.
Frog Lady, Jar Jar, and Wrecker.
That is the Holy Trinity. Although I don't mind Frog Lady or Jar Jar anywhere near as much as I dislike Wrecker.
I'm down with Jar Jar. I got no problem with that.
Hopefully something happens to him in the show where his like vocal cords are cut out or something by like a droid, and then he can't speak. And then he just does cool stuff and isn't so stupid and annoying. Ventress, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
There's so many good characters out there that, I'm with you. Why do we need to keep going back to the well and releasing the same thing?
Buy one of the other. If you really wanted Luke that much, you would already have him because there were 3 different versions of him.
Yeah, true story.
Don't buy into that. Don't buy into that 2-second scene of hype from The Mandalorian. If you really liked Luke that much, you would already have Luke. I promise you.
I have. Let's see here. What was I going to show? Oh,
Cad Bane. Oh, yes. Cad Bane.
Cad Bane would be epic.
It would.
Or Hondo. I'd rather have.
I don't know. I hate Hondo. I hate Hondo.
I loved Hondo. He's great.
He's so annoying.
That's why he's great.
I don't like those. I don't like those type of characters.
Cad Bane though, with that voice box and just the.
Oh yes. Whew. Oh yes.
So yeah. By the way, if anybody's out there has the Sideshow Cad Bane in the sky,
I do.
Let me know.
I have it.
I've been wanting to add one to my Clone Wars.
Toys Wonderland has it.
Well, maybe I'll check it out. I actually bought something from them last week.
Nice.
I did, and maybe you have seen this, and maybe you already have it. I don't even know.
Oh, okay.
But it's the Toys Box Odin Throne.
Oh, yes. I have most of that Toys Box stuff coming. In fact, I have to review this still. It just came yesterday. This desk table thing. Yes, this 1/6 scale workshop. There are 2 different versions. There's a Tony version and a Bruce Wayne version. This is the Bruce Wayne version.
I have the
oh my
Tony
god,
movie coming. Yeah,
this is dog.
yeah. I'm interested for that for my to throw my Loki on the Odin throne. I think it's pretty.
And
sick.
then this, this huge honkin' diorama base is also from them. They make awesome diorama stuff.
Yeah. I wish they had a better distribution over here in the States, but it is what it is.
It's well, technically, it's unlicensed.
Yeah.
But like,
It's a diorama base. I mean, you know.
Can you really license a gargoyle? Like, because they've printed Batman on the bottom, then yes, obviously.
If they had avoided that, they'd be in good shape.
It literally, like, even this workshop, if they just called it just workshop table, whatever,
right,
without any of this Bruce Wayne and Tony stuff, then it is so close to not being an issue. Like,
yeah, they've got a piece I saw with the Loki scepter that goes on top of the desk.
I've seen that. Yes,
I was like, that's cool. I gotta.
They make some awesome stuff. Did you see the street diorama thing that they make? It's like basically like a straight alleyway type diorama. I've got that coming. I'm really excited to do some photography with that. That's going to be awesome.
I'm down because I've got the collection room. It's in disarray at the current time. Tomorrow I've got an electrician coming to do whatever they're doing, but it's nice. Lighting and all that mess. So I'm going to have to repose the entire collection. I've got statues I got to figure out how to light, and I got that whole thing. And I've been buying statues, and I got piles of helmets and just whatever. But I'm going to have to go in there and repose everything. Literally, my entire collection is like laying down on here, and it's just...
that's what happens when you move, folks, and you got a bunch of figures. It's a pain in the butt. I had figures in the bathroom, I had figures in the guest room, I had figures everywhere, and it's going to happen again when my Modu case arrives because I have ordered my Modu case.
Oh,
so
nice!
It's coming. It's coming.
Did you go with the LED strips or the spotlights?
I did. I went with the LED strips, but I may need to add more. We'll see. We shall see. I don't know how good their lights are, so.
I'm really enjoying the Philips Hue light strips.
Yes.
They're pricey.
Yes.
They're pricey. But
they are good. Every
Every light in that new collection room is going to be Philips Hue.
I would have a look at Lifix.
I looked at those.
They, in the bulbs, they have a mode where you can have multiple different colors in the one bulb. And this light strip, you can have multiple different colors along the one light strip.
The gradient, yep.
Whereas Hue can't do that.
No, they can't unless you get the stupid...
And you need a bridge. Whereas with Lifix, you don't need a bridge. They just plug in and work straight away.
The problem with Lifix is they're sold out.
Yes, they are. They're hard to find. I got mine from Facebook Marketplace. A guy was selling his Lifix things.
I looked. I was like, cool. I've got this whole room. I'm going to get all the stuff. And like, now we're sold out. Their websites, they're sold out. This sold out. I'm like, I can't build a room on that.
It's a future project.
Yeah, it's like, if I want to switch it out, I can do that. But yeah, the ability to have the lighting all of the lighting in the room tied to whatever I'm watching on the
very
screen
handy
is going to be sick. And here's the thing: the main thing for me on the LED light strips, because I've gone through a lot of them, is the ability to tune the color of white light,
the temperature. Yes.
And
it's very important.
It's huge because it just bugs and because I have like the DTOF, I have the lighting in there, and they look fantastic. But if you got a cool like a daylight, 5,000 Kelvin light, and then over here you got 3,000 Kelvin, it looks you can pick you off. You can't do it.
It is. And I don't think Philips have implemented it yet, but there's this new feature on Apple Home where throughout the day it can adjust the color temperature of your LED lights so that in the night they're warmer and in the early parts of the day they're bluer or whiter. Okay. That's coming. I think it's coming soon to Hue and Lifix. Some other companies already have implemented it. But yes, that feature apparently is rolling out. I'm really excited for that because especially I'm switching every single downlight in my house to Lifix. Mm-hmm. When they come back in stock. So throughout the day, they will be changing to become...
You're going to end up buying like 2 here and 2 here, and you're like, okay, we're going to do this room, and it's... Because that's as many as you can get. It's crazy.
It is. Shall we, seeing as the stream is getting to over an hour, let's put these helmets on.
Yeah, let's do it.
I'm switching
headphones. I have the Black Series Mando. I do have a video coming on this, by the way, but I haven't put the batteries in it. It does have a light up function, and I have a custom. For anybody who's wondering, I got my custom cheap stand that I made. All right, so here we go. And this totally looks like a shirt that Mando would wear, honestly.
Why do I have to be Boba? This thing's massive.
Yeah, the audio is going to be awesome. Is that the EFX one or the Black Series?
This is the Black Series one.
Oh, so you got the light up function on the thing, and
it's broken. Mine doesn't work, unfortunately.
Oh well.
Quality control. This time
control.
it actually is quality control.
That's funny. I would highly recommend this Black Series helmet. It's like $120 or whatever it is. Would definitely recommend picking it up. For those 500 people who stuck with us this whole time, thank you very much. Go check out Justin's video on Kylo. Mine should be out in the next couple days, along with some other things. But tomorrow, Star Wars week continues. We're going to have a lot of fun with that. And we're going to continue on. So I guess in the proper way to sign off from a May the 4th thing is May the Force be with you.
This is the way.
Guys.